channel. My name is Jackie and today I'm here to do my May 2019 wrap up. May of 2019 has been my best reading month thus far this year. I read 4 books in May, which is more than any other month this year, like I said, but it's less than I wanted to. I wanted to read at least 5 this month, but I think 4 is a good average number, and I don't know if I talked about this in my reading vlogs, but I think my reading slump is finally coming to an end. I think June will be the month that is finally over. I know I've said that in like every single wrap up in TBR this month, or this year I should say, but I feel like June is really going to be the month that's going to happen. So that is that, but without me rambling on any further, let's jump right in. So now jumping into my monthly stats, I read a total of, like I mentioned, 4 books this month. I did not DNF any. I read 3 physical books and 1 ebook. I participated in 1 readathon this month called the Lossathon. As far as genres read, I read 4 fantasy. All 4 of the books I read were fantasy novels. And as far as star ratings, let me jump into those. I had no 1 stars, no 2 stars, 1 3-star, 1 4-star, and 1 that I did not give a rating because it was a reread. So now that the stats are away, let's jump into so the first book that I read in the month of May was one I had started during April, at the very, very tail end of the month during the Owls Readathon, and that is Crown of Feathers by Nikki Paul-Freddo. This one is a YA fantasy novel that is kind of hard to describe the plot. Basically, all you really need to know going in is about Phoenix Riders, and there's a duel between 2 sisters, and it is very character driven, I would say. I gave this a 3 out of 5 stars. I am a very plot driven person. I do connect with character driven stories, but I mostly focus on a very strong plot and its development. And for me, this book just did not have that, and I don't think it was awful, and I definitely could see somebody really liking it. I think if I hear enough good things about the sequels in the series, I might give them a chance, but like I said, I gave this 3 out of 5 stars. As far as the Lossathon and its challenges, it was counted for the Monsters Oh My. Next was a reread for me, and that is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. I read this for the Throne of Glass read-along that is being hosted by Brittany's Book Line and Miss Sassy Cassie. I will go ahead and link the live show up in the cards for you guys, as well as all the read-along details down below. But this one is one that I read because I was a co-host for the live show for this book. I was also a co-host for the Assassin's Blade, which is going to come up in the later part of the wrap-up. But starting off with Throne of Glass, this is a new adult high fantasy series I'm sure everybody has heard of. It's one of my favorite series of all time. This is following our main character, Selena Sadarthan, who is, in the first book, the most feared assassin on all of the land. And basically, she is in prison in the first half of the first book due to events that we find out in the Throne of Glass novellas. And she can win her freedom by entering this competition to become the king's main assassin. And it's very Hunger Games style-esque, is the way I always describe that. I originally gave this 5 stars when I read it, and up until this most recent reread, that's always been the case, I should say. I don't have a solid rating now. It's standing between a 4 and a 4.5 this reread. I think because I am more of a critical reader than I was when I initially read this book and this entire series in general. It lessened my enjoyment, but I still really loved it. I love the series with all my heart. Sarah J. Maas is my favorite author of all time. I love Throne of Glass. I love ACOTAR with a burning passion, as many of you guys know. So I don't have a solid rating for this. I'll put it on the screen once I figure it out, but at this point it is standing at a no rating, but on Goodreads it's listed at 5 stars. So that's the challenge for the Lossathon. This one counted as the Gluttony challenge for a book in a series. Next book that I read in the month of May is actually a graphic novel, and that is The Tea Dragon Society by Katie O'Neill. This is the edition that was included in the February Owl Crate box, so I'll go ahead and link my unboxing on the cards for you guys. But this one is just one that I picked up on a whim. I was really interested in reading it. I just didn't know when to fit it into my TBR, and since I am in a reading slump, graphic novels in the past have always gotten me out of a slumpy mood, so I figured this would be the time to pick this one up, and it was really, really cute. So this is middle grade, I guess you could say, and basically it follows our main character, who is an apprentice to her mother, who is an ironsmith, and she doesn't want that for her life, so she discovers this whole world of tea dragons and the tea that they produce. and she meets some friends along the way, and it's so damn cute. The art style, like, oh my god, let me show you guys a page without any spoilers on it, but it is just really, really cute art style. I really like that, and it's also extremely diverse. There's a couple of main characters who are people of color. There's a disabled main character. I really, really enjoy this, and I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars. And as far as the Lost-a-thon challenge, is counted as a sacrifice for a quickie read, since it is really really short. May is The Assassin's Blade by Sarah J. Maas. It's the Throne Glass novella, so it's book 1.5. This is also a reread for me. I have read this 2 times now. No, 3 times, including the first time I read it. So again, this one definitely went down a star rating from what it was initially. I think I gave almost all the books in the series 5 stars upon first reading them back in 2016. I will say that with all honesty. The only one I don't think I gave a full 5 was Air of Fire. Now, upon rereading this, again, I think it's more because I'm a critical reader, or trying to be, I should say, that something about the short stories in this collection didn't connect with me as much as they did the first time. I still really enjoyed it. My favorite short story from the first time I read it is still true to this day, and I talk about this more in the live show for this book, which also just happened this past Friday from when you guys are seeing this, and that is on Cassie's channel, so I'll go ahead and link that on the screen as well. And I will be participating in the Crown Midnight live show as well, so I'll talk more about that in my June TBR, that's the month. And yeah, again, I still really enjoyed it. Is it like necessary to the series? Yes, I believe you do have to read these before you read Tower of Dawn, which is what I'm planning on reading next month, so I'll talk again more about that in my TBR. But yeah, I gave this a loss long. This did not count at everything that happens to you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you have not already. I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Be sure to let me know in the comments down below what you guys read this month, as I would love to know. And as always, all my social media links are linked down below for you guys to go check out if you'd like to follow me on any of those. And with being said, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you soon for another video. Thanks for watching everything that happens to you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you have not already. I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Be sure to let me know in the comments down below what you guys read this month, as I would love to know. And as always, all my social media links are linked down below for you guys to go check out if you'd like to follow me on any of those. And with being said, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you soon for another video. Thanks for watching. Bye.